everybody, and welcome to the Jersey Shore podcast. Today, we've got a packed show from breaking news to topics that will keep you informed. So please click the subscribe button to get notified of upcoming episodes. If you like what the Hammer talked about, then share the Jersey Shore podcast to others. Damon also looks forward to your comments during this episode. Tonight's Jersey Shore podcast starts now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of the Jersey Shore podcast because it's a fundraiser for my campaign, Galdo for Congress. As you can see, I covered the other banner. It says 8 p.m. the Jersey Shore podcast. Kind of makeshifted it real quick. So I've been behind the scenes a little bit and getting a lot of things done. But thank you all for coming on. And before I get into what we're going to, this fundraiser, I want to just go with the breaking news real quick. So I'm going to put up just two photos here. One is Trump. Massive numbers of completely empty oil tankers, some of the largest anywhere in the world, are heading right now to the United States to load up with the best and sweetest oil and gas anywhere in the world. We have more oil than the next two largest oil economies combined, and higher quality. We're waiting for you. Quick turnaround, President Donald J. Trump. And then here's just a picture of all that. That's everyone, all those oil tankers that are heading to the Gulf of America, which it is called now, which it was properly renamed, I would say. So that's a lot of business coming to the United States. And what it does too, it's killing China, one of our biggest enemies. And so we'll see what happens, see if they're going to push for Iran to open up the straits and help out finding those mines that they throw in there that don't even know where they are. All right. So with that, I just want to, again, thank anyone that's going to come on tonight or is on already. I want to start by saying, it's something simple, but it's important. This is not like a typical event. It's not a room filled with donors behind closed doors. This is not a speech written by consultants, tested pollsters, and delivered to an audience that already agrees. This is a conversation, a live conversation with real people asking real questions about the future of this country and the direction that we're headed. Now, I think that matters more now than ever. Because having this conversation is perfect. I even hope a Democrat comes on and has a conversation. It doesn't matter if they donate or not. Because people across this country are starting to feel something. It's hard. It's very hard to ignore at this point. They feel like the system no longer listens to them. They feel like the rules are different depending on who you are. They feel like no matter how hard they work, they're being pushed further behind, while decisions are being made by people who have never had to live with the consequences. I know that feeling. I live that life because I am just like you. I've worked on job sites. I've built buildings. I've raised a family. I've had the same conversations that so many of you are having right now about rising cost, about uncertainty, about whether the system is still working for the people it was built to serve. And that is why I am here. So not because I set out to be a politician, but because I refused to sit back and do nothing while people around me were being ignored. Tonight is about more than a fundraiser, I would say. It is. Yes, we need to support. I need to support and take on a system that is deeply entrenched. But more importantly, I need participation. We need participation. That's why tonight you're not just watching, you're part of this. You can ask questions in the chat. You can speak. You can join and be heard, because this campaign is not about talking at people. It's about listening to them. And I believe that's what leadership is supposed to be. Not control, not power, but responsibility. Responsibility to represent the people who don't have a voice in the rooms where decisions are made. So tonight, I ask you two things. First, be a part of the conversation. Ask your questions. Challenge me. Hold me accountable. And second, if you believe in what we are building, if you believe that working people deserve a voice in Washington, then stand with me. Stand with us. Because campaigns like this are not funded by special interests. They're built by people. And every contribution, no matter the size, is a statement that you believe this country still belongs to the citizens, a statement that you believe leadership should be earned, not inherited. and a statement that you are ready to be a part of something bigger than politics, something rooted in work, in family, and belief that America still works best when it works for everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. So let's have a conversation. So, how it's going to work? Anybody that wants to go in the chat box over there, they can. If they don't want to come on live, it's fine. But if you want to go in the chat box, that's fine. But here we got some reverb there. I don't know what it is, but what's that going to? But either way, if you want to go on that link that we put out there, it's on my Facebook page. It's the Restream link, and what it is you can click on that. It'll look like a Zoom call almost when you click on it. It'll show your yourself on the camera, but then it's going to be audio only. So what my producer will do when he brings you into the room, you can ask the question and whatever it may be. And then whoever's sitting in the back room, I believe we only have room for 10 people at a time. So what we'll do is in the private chat, he'll probably send me something and say, okay, we got somebody else that's on, and I'll just look for it. And Barbara, I know that you came on. My producer said that you have audio now. So, but anyway, let's bring the first person on and ask a question, and hopefully it turns into a donation for this campaign. Because I'm going up against a juggernaut in Donald Norcross, an entrenched politician with circles of alleged corruption circling around him, and I'm just a regular guy. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a construction worker, and a superintendent. So, and I go to work every day just like you guys do. He, on the other hand, I'm not even going to get into it, but he has almost $3 million, and that's a lot to go up against with a regular person that wants to fight for regular people like you. So let's bring the first person on. Who do we have? You on? Well, I see Elena Barbera. Hello, Elena. No, she's texted in the chat box.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Damon?
Oh, yeah. Do we have Jack?
Yeah, this is Jack.
Right. Hey, Jack. How are you?
Good. So congratulations on kicking off. This is actually your first campaign event. And I hope it's successful and you raise a lot of money, because we are up against a Democratic machine. All of us for running for office, running against Democrats. They've been entrenched for 25 years, and they really have to be moved out. And Donald Norcross, he's had his run. His time is up. So Damon, I think you're the right guy to do it. You're the right type of person we need in Congress, and I'm behind you 100%. So good luck tonight.
Thank you, Jack. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. And just so everybody knows, too, that QR code, I believe, and my producer, correct me if I'm wrong, and that's the episode of this night talk. So if you're watching on your laptop and you want to call in and scan that QR code, it'll take you to that Restream link. And then anybody that wants to donate, please go to votedamongaldo.com. It's vote DAMON Galdo GALDO.com. So, but all
okay.
All right. Thank you, Jack. So
okay, I'll talk to you later.
I think we have a few more people coming up. I see them showing up in the box here. Who do we have on next? And by the way, this is something new. We're on uncharted territory here. I don't know if anyone's ever done this, but anyway, I got to think outside the box anyway. I got to do something to try to beat this guy. So, who do we have? Judy next? Wait a second. I think Judy's going to be coming on.
Is it me?
Maybe. Judy's on.
Hello?
There
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Judy. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for calling in. Like I said, this is uncharted territory, and I don't think anyone's ever done this before.
No, I don't think so. But thank you for doing this, and let's see if we can get some answers here. So I think that it is great that Trump is rerouting these empty oil tankers to the United States. But with doing that, are our gas tanks going to see anything? I mean, I always see all this money that we're saving with Doge, with this, with that, but the American people are not seeing anything in our pockets. What is going on with that? And how can we start seeing stuff for us?
Well, I think we will eventually. I know it's a long game with that, and the second that there's any type of problem, even even though the trickle down effect didn't happen yet, the price of barrel oil they just got people and they just put it up right away just because there's a problem going on, even though it didn't affect the supply chain yet.
Yes, yes.
That's exactly what they do. That is a problem. I mean, if I was elected, I would try to do something about it because it shouldn't happen that way. It shouldn't just be one little bump in the road and they think that it's going to go bad and then they just hike up the prices. And that's across the nation. It's across the world actually. They all do it. But I think what was done, I think was better for America. I think it's going to work out for us. And seeing all those oil tankers coming to the Gulf of America to fill up, and we're going to sell it. And plus, it hurts some of our enemies, like China. Now, 37% of their oil comes from the Straits of the roof. And if they're going to blockade it, and they're going to stop it, and they're going to have mines out there, and ships can't come through, then I think it was a smart play by Trump. He's like, hey, you know what? Come here. We can fill you up and then start selling it to other countries. So hopefully the yield comes soon.
It was absolutely a stellar move from Trump. I mean, that was amazing that how he could turn that situation around and help us. But again, I want to see us being helped. I know it's going to take a long time, but it's so hard to keep going and never really seeing anything.
So yeah, I know. I just got to look at it this way because I'm not in control of it, and I'm obviously not. But I just hope that the plan works out, and then we see gas prices drop to where they were back in the 90s. Maybe.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Amazing.
I hope so.
That would make the American people so happy. I mean, it's just nobody's happy anymore. Everybody's always complaining, and you never see happiness anymore. We just need a little bit of relief, and I pray every day that this is gonna pan out for us, because I don't know how much longer we can keep doing this.
No, you're absolutely right. I know. So, but
and Damon, I pray for you. I pray that you can get in there because you are just like us. You're a regular guy that knows how to fight for us, that doesn't have a silver spoon in his mouth and doesn't care and can be bought off by everyone. I'm praying you make it.
Well, I will do my best and I will fight my hardest. I promise you that. It's going to be an uphill battle, but I'm going to need help. I'm going to need voter turnout. And unfortunately, how much I hate asking for it, I'm going to need campaign donations to even get close to running ads against the ads that he's going to run against me. I don't even know. I'm waiting for that.
I know. But let me tell you, Damon, you're like our David. Like David and Goliath, you got to slay the giant. You're going to do it.
That's the plan. This is in Vegas. I didn't come to lose, so I'm going to win. I'm going to do everything I possibly can. Everything.
Congratulations, and I'm praying for you. Thank you. Thank you
very much, Judy. I really appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. Thank you for your help in the past as well.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
And we'll see. Thank you from Jack Brangan for your donation, Rosanna Parson for your donation, Steve Pagraduni, thank you for yours. I really appreciate that. I see them popping up on my screen over here. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So I guess we have Angela will be, or Barbara will be coming on next, I believe. Or Arlene, one or the other. So let's see. Let's bring the next one on. I'm following up, trying to follow the chat as it's going, everyone, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. The whole world can hear you, Arlene.
Okay. I have a very basic question for you. I was listening to a broadcast today, and they were discussing taxes in each state. And New Jersey went from best to worst. New Jersey came in 49th. The only state that's worse than us for property taxes and all is New York. Okay, so if you went to Congress, my question is, what can you possibly do in Congress that's going to help the people of New Jersey who are being taxed to death?
Well, that's an easy one to start off with. Number one, in the state of New Jersey, and I say this all the time on my podcast, we pay $7.3 billion in for sanctuary state status for illegal immigrants, because we have close to 900,000 illegal immigrants here, and that's what we pay for. That's just our state taxes that we pay for, and it goes towards their hospital, their schooling, their.
But being in Congress, can you change that?
I would have a bill that makes sanctuary state status, have a federal bill that says no state can have a sanctuary state status, and no state cannot work with ICE to remove illegal immigrants. I mean, it's ridiculous how it is right now. I understand how certain things are loopholes and everything. That's how it was designed. Everything's up to the state. But when it comes to federal government and federal law, that supersedes state law. So I would try to get a bill passed that would remove every sanctuary state status and make the local police force and work with ICE and the federal government to remove illegal immigrants, because that $7.3 billion, if that came back to us in the 3.6 million homes or something in New Jersey, I believe it is, you could lower everyone's property taxes by over $2,000 a year.
But every time they do something at the congressional level or the presidential level, it's like the SAVE Act, the states simply take it to court and don't follow it.
Yeah, well, if Congress has to, but that's why this election is very important. I mean, I know typically whoever's the president who's in the White House is the other party that actually wins the midterms, but we need to make sure that doesn't happen. We need more of a majority so we can pass these laws, so we can pass the SAVE Act and get past the filibuster if they don't get rid of it, but get enough people to get past the filibuster so we get past the SAVE Act, we get past a law like this. So I think that's very important. But we need people to get out to vote. That's number one. I mean, I don't know, the people in New Jersey
to get out to vote for new people. What has Norcross done?
Nothing. Well, he's done a lot. He's done a lot. And you know what he did, Arlene? He pulled billions of revenue of taxpayer dollars into Camden City, and 1.1 billion of it funneled through his brother's firm and business partners, and that is why they actually, the state's attorney general indicted them. And I'm not accusing them of anything because they beat it. So I'm not saying they were guilty, but I would just say that raises a lot of eyebrows. I don't think you bring charges, 13 counts of racketeering in the indictment if there was no evidence there. So yeah, I would say he's done a lot on that end.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck. I do. You've got a hard road ahead of you, but I would love to see changes. And I think you could bring that about.
You know me, Arlene, I'm definitely going to try my hardest, and I put everything in. I put everything in what I do, and I really care about the state and this country. I care about the future for my children and everyone else's as well. And I think we need regular people in and drain the swamp, and like, who better to have than regular people? They're not compromised. They're not entrenched politicians. And get out and vote for the regular people, like myself, Jason Cohen, Hillary Herzig. I mean, all these people have never been elected before, but they're people who care, and they're doing this for a reason. Greg Milley, I keep going. Justin Murphy. They're people who care. That's why they're doing it. They don't have any backing. I mean, I got the GOP support this time, finally, but still not enough. I think we need people to come out to vote. We need people to donate, and go to vote.damongaldo.com, please, and click on the donate button, because that's what we need. We need help getting in the office. We're going to fight for you.
Well, I'm behind you.
All right, Arlene. Thank you very much. So I'll drop off. I think we have Barbara is next. That's coming on. Oh, I see Uncle Rich Rooster Galdo. No matter what, we have to stop Iran from possessing nuclear weapons. Thanks, Uncle Rich. I agree. That's Pete Sykes and Eric Galdo for Congress. Thank you, Pete. All right. Do we have Barbara on yet?
Me, I'm not. I'm here.
Oh, okay. There you go. I hear you. Yeah, you're kind of, yeah, you were echoing a little bit. But,
Hi. There were so many things that the other people said that I wanted to comment on, but New Jersey sucks. That's all I can say at this point. Everybody wants to raise our taxes. There's such a background echo.
yeah, I hear it too. I don't know why.
Um,
I don't know. Are you on
you
speakerphone?
know, Trump is a genius. I don't know if anybody realizes that. He's part of a military operation. What's going on is something that has to happen.
Oh, Judy.
I'm waiting for a big event.
Oh, I apologize real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, but Judy
Yeah.
has to drop off. Judy's still on
Oh.
the restream link. That's why. So Judy, if you're listening, if you can drop off, that's what's causing the echo. If she is. If anybody can get in touch with Judy, oh, she might have. There we go.
Are we there?
Yes, there we go.
I've been removed from the stream.
Oh, no, you're here. I can hear you. Can you hear me? All right. Well, Barbara, I apologize for that.
I was removed.
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, anybody knows?
Okay.
Barbara,
Okay.
can you hear me?
I'm on two streams, it says.
Oh, that's why. That's why. Yeah. So, Barbara, if you wouldn't mind, if you want to just drop off both one of the streams or both, and then come back on, we'll bring it right back on. If that's what's messing it up. Like I said, we're in uncharted territory here. I don't think anyone's ever done this. So we're using Restream, which we use. We use the spider web. This goes out over
Okay.
platforms. And that's what it is. So it's
Oh boy.
the first time we've ever done this. So anyway, Barbara, if you want to drop, I don't know if you're on two streams. I'm a producer. Can you just drop her off and then bring her back on? I see someone else just scan the QR code that's on there. But again, I'll repeat again. We are, in uncharted territory here. We're trying something new, something different, and it's pretty cool so far. It seems to be working for the best, for the first time that we've done it. But again, I'm Damon Galdo. I'm running for Congress in Congressional District 1. I'm the host of the Jersey Shore podcast, and this is under the America's Pulse Network. We started this network, my producer and I, and other co-founders as well that are under the network, because we really wanted to make a difference. We looked at mainstream media, and they're crap. They only tell you what they want you to hear. You watch MSNBC, CNN, you name it, and they're so biased all the time. Now I get it. Now Fox and Newsmax, they can be biased too, but they say it. I mean, they admit it. They say, we're not journalists. They say that they're not newscasters or journalists. They host a show. So, and they'll admit to their bias at least. But that's what it is. And yeah, maybe my podcast is biased because I talk about what I believe in, but I do deliver the news as it is, and I tell the truth. I don't lie about it. That's why it's called Jersey Shore, SURE. And that's why we started the APN, America's Pulse Network. And it's a great network, and we have more people joining on and signing up to have their own podcast on there. And now I'm running for Congress, so I'm taking this episode to try to raise money because it's very hard. And I understand what it is. I mean, we got walloped in November with Jack Chiarelli. Everyone thought he was going to win, had a really good shot, and he didn't. But it wasn't just here in New Jersey. It was in different states too. Look at Virginia, look at New York City. I mean, Republicans got beat bad, and they spend a lot of money. I mean, from Jack's campaign, people donate a lot of money because they thought he was going to win. So I could see how hard it is for people to donate. They're like, oh, you know what? Especially in my district, I'm in the D10 plus. It's a very steep uphill battle to beat someone like that, but nothing will change ever if we don't try. I mean, even NJGOP, I know they don't have a ton of money right now, is what I'm being told. So, but the money you're throwing is for the incumbents. Now, I understand you want to keep them elected. You don't want to lose seats, number one, but you still have to gain seats. And it doesn't look like I'm going to get a ton of help from them. I'll get some, but not a ton. And that's why I have to be grassroots here and ask you guys to get behind me and fight, So, but who's up next? We have Barbara. Is she still going, or did we get her back? If not, we could bring on Engels. So Barbara said, I guess it was talk. No, Barbara, you were supposed to talk, but you had two links going for some reason, because the first one when you came on there was no audio, and then the second one there was. But thank you for trying, and you could try to come back on if you exit out of everything, and maybe that's what it is, and you can try to come back on. But thank you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, we have Engels on. Hey, Engels.
You can hear me? All right.
Yeah.
Hi, Damon. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about, the campaign and why it's so important for people to get involved. Because honestly, the worst thing that we can do in this environment is to get this feeling of malaise, that nothing is going to ever change. But the only way that we can get real change is when the people work for it, and when they get behind a candidate who really believes in America, and which believes that we need to get rid of this political class that is just leeching off of America, because America is it is the greatest country in the world. And yet our resources are not being put where they ought to, because we have this political class of insiders that are leeching off of our country. So that is why it is so important that we have somebody like you, Damon, somebody that is working class, who understands the struggle of everyday Americans, because you are an everyday American. You're a common person. You're not involved in these insider dealings. You're not corrupted by the political class. You believe in America, and you believe in the future of our country. And that is why it is so important for everyone here to get involved, to support us, and to really make it known that change is only possible when everybody gets together and pushes forward for that change. That is the only way that we can get it done. So I really recommend that everybody goes and donates to your campaign, and that everybody supports you, and that most importantly, they come out and they vote on November, so that we can put you into office, because we really need change here in New Jersey, and we definitely need it here in the 1st District, where Donald Norcross has been there for 10 years, and we've had Democrats here since the 1970s, and yet somehow nothing ever changes here. It's always going down the drain. It just keeps on getting worse. We have Democratic county commissioners here in Gloucester, Democratic county commissioners in Camden, I believe, and nothing ever changes. So it's really important that we get involved, and that we finally step up to the plate, and that we work towards a better future for our country, because that is what we need. And it's only possible when common people like you and like me and like everybody who's watching gets involved. They help, they donate, they volunteer, they vote, and they get across the message that we need, which is that America is not dead. America is not dead, and we cannot give up hope, because America is the greatest country on earth, and the only way that we can keep it the greatest country on earth is if we get rid of the leeching political class. So thank you so much, Damon, for what you're doing, and we're going to be right beside you, and we're going to keep on working for that. And I wish you all a ton of luck on this event.
All right, Hank, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on, and speaking your mind. That was a lot of great things that you said. I really appreciate it. So I thank you, Peter Sykes, for their donation. I see that, and Rasa Del Toro, Thelma, thank you, Thelma. I appreciate that. Then we got Sandra Leanne. So proud that we have a regular guy running that connects with the issues we deal with every day in South Jersey. The people of New Jersey are struggling, and we need someone like Damon to represent us. What can we do to support homeschool families and parental rights right now? How can we protect 2A rights in hunting and fishing? Now, I mean, when it comes to homeschooling, I mean, that's something that we do on a federal level, and just pass a blanket law and just try to push for that. Now, the hunting and fishing, and the Second Amendment. Now, the Second Amendment rights they were protected by the Supreme Court. So when they took in that New Jersey used to be a may carry state. So the may carry state was you had to have a reason. You had to be a security guard or severe threats on your life, and they still would deny you. But at least they took it to the Supreme Court, and after they did that, then it turned into not a may carry state. It's your Second Amendment right that you can apply for a firearm, and you have to get your firearms license. I mean, it's a little bit harder than it is in states like PA, but you have to just apply for it, and you get your firearms license, and then you're able to purchase a firearm as long as you don't have a criminal background, and then you can apply for your
Now I will.
license to carry concealed. So we have someone on. Is that Barbara back or do we have somebody on? Thought I heard somebody, but I don't know. Oh, Barbara is on, but Barbara, do you know you're on? No, Barbara. Okay. So thanks, Ann, for sharing it. And then I see Elena, the base mother, said 2 dirt bags are resigning tomorrow. But that's great. They are. I think I know who you're talking about. But so Barbara, can you hear me?
I think I'm on, Damon. It's Angela.
Oh, Angela, so you're on. Okay. Hey, Angela, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, good.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to say a few words. One of the things I've worked with Damon a short time on on other campaigns and supporting other Republican candidates. I think Engel stated it very clearly. We can't give up hope. Only united will we make any progress in the state for our children and grandchildren. So I just want to remark on my impressions of Damon is that he's a worker and he works and he gives everything he does, whether it's his day job, his parenting. I drove around waving banners with all the children in the car, in the truck, for Chitterelli. And it's just Damon's a worker and he gives 150% to everything he's doing, whether it's politics, parenting, or regular working. And that's my kind of people. And I think we need people supporting your campaign that believe in you 100%. We need change. And Damon, I believe in you. And I hang around with like-minded, intelligent conservatives in the state who all agree that you're our hope for this district. So, Norcross's time has ended. And we don't need someone that just cheeses to the camera handing out big checks. Every email I get from Norcross's office is he's handing out checks to all of these private NGOs and special interest groups and, God forbid, relatives of his.
Yeah.
So I just want to comment on your work ethic, Damon, which I'm so eager to support someone who's willing to give so much of himself to help the greater good. And that's all of us in New Jersey. So I wanted to thank you for your work ethic. And maybe if you could just tell the broader group, like, why you threw your hat in the ring. What are some of the things that you would want to accomplish as a member of Congress?
Well, I'll tell you, it's kind of a funny story. How I like, well, not the big part of it is not funny from the beginning, but my sister, Beth, she was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and when she got double mastectomy, she got the proton therapy, chemotherapy, everything, everything like that, and then thought she beat it. And then I remember the whole family, we have a very big family, and we were all there at University of Penn Hospital, where she got to come out and ring the bell, also for hair and all that stuff. And then she went for a PET scan, next one, and here it metastasized to her bone marrow, and it became stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. If she comes on, she'll probably fill me in and say I labeled something wrong. I'm sure she will. But then the insurance company wouldn't pay for her PET scan. And she made a video saying that insurance is trying to kill her, put it on YouTube. So I I was starting to get more involved in politics and stuff like that. And then, but then when this happened, I started calling every news outlet that there was. That anyone that would answer, I would send emails like crazy. My wife and I both did. We just kept contacting them over and over and sending them her video that she made. And Fox 29 from Philadelphia got back to us and they did a whole story on her. And then turned around. I mean, there's a lot more to the story than this. I'm just for the sake of cutting it short. So they do the story on her, and then it turns around, and the insurance company says, "You know what? We're going to pay for it now." Because the doctor, it was based on the medication she was on. They need to know if it moved from her bone marrow to her organs, they would switch her medications along those lines. So she needed these PET scans. And then I was like, "Wow!" I said, if you go at it and you make your voice heard and tell your story, or whatever it may be, and you push hard enough, then you can get something accomplished." And yeah, so and then that made me think about getting more involved in politics. And the funny part of the story is a buddy of mine years ago, he made websites, and he said, "I'm tired of hearing you talking about it." He said, "If you run for Congress, I'll make you a website." And I'm like, "Yeah, I can't your mind." I said, "There's no way." I said, "I'm not running for Congress." I said, "Should I start a little smaller first or something like that?" So I dismissed him. And then the very next day, literally the next day, I was driving home from a job in Princeton. I was building a building up there, and I pulled over to get gas, and here there was a guy there, and he was running for Congress, and we had a great conversation. And he said, "You, you seem pretty passionate about this. Why don't you get involved and run for Congress?" And so I'm like, so I'm driving down 295, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, that's two people 2 days in a row challenged me to run. And I came home and I told my wife, I said, I'm going to run for Congress. And I'll tell you her exact words, but she thought I was joking. But they said, "How are you going to do it?" I said, "I don't know. I'm going to find out." And then that's why I'm here now. I ran before, didn't get the county line, didn't have the support, but I tried, and that's where I'm here right now. And that's why I want to change things, because if you put your mind to it, you can change anything. And the main thing is, I want a better future for my children, because when Biden was in office and all this crazy far left stuff is going with teaching transgender in schools, training kids and everything else. I mean, I don't even know how this became a thing. Like, how would somebody want to do that? Like, it needs to be stopped, and it is slowly getting stopped, but I don't think it's going to go away. I mean, we need to stay in power to make sure that it does, whether it's me or another Republican or another common sense candidate, whatever it is, whatever it takes. We need to get back to our roots in this state, in this country, and get rid of all that stuff. And you look at us being $37 trillion in debt. I mean, that's unsustainable. I mean, we need to start cutting spending. Because I'm a fiscal conservative, I'd say too. But my wife's not. She's not watching right now. She's going to see this later and yell at me. Not the fiscal part. But thank you for calling in. I really appreciate it, Angela.
It doesn't surprise me that people urged you to run. Having known you, I would too, and I'm 100% supporting you. And I wish everyone else would do the same. Congratulations on throwing your hat in the ring. And as soon as I figure out how to use that donation button, I will, Damon.
Okay, yeah, just go. Everybody, you go to votedamongaldo.com, and all you have to do is click on it's one of the first buttons you see. You click on the donate button, and it'll take you to Anadot, and you can donate. And I see Josh there. Thank you very much, Josh, for donating. Somebody just says from my phone, thank you for donating. I see Arlene did. Thank you for that as well. I appreciate it, everyone. I really do. Everything helps. And Ann said, "Yes, how do I donate?" Yeah, if you just go into we can post it up there, votedamongaldo.com. Well, there's a QR code on there too, but I know if you're watching on your phone, we won't be able to do it. On the top right is a QR code for my website, but it is votedamongaldo.com. My producer would probably put that in there in the chat to votedamongaldo.com. And DAMONGALDO. So
all right, so I'll see. I'm going to drop off now so the next person can speak, and I'll see you soon, Damon.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Angela.
All right, bye.
That. All right, bye. All right. We have somebody else coming up next. Looks like you're bring them
I
on.
think it's me.
Oh, there's Beth. Yeah.
Speaking of devil, I think you were just talking about me.
Yes.
So, no, I just wanted, I wanted to call. I wasn't even going to say that your, your sister or whatever, because it really has nothing to do with why I'm calling. So one of the biggest things, well, thank you for back in the day when I needed someone to help me get my voice heard, and you contacted Fox and stuff for me. That was before your whole political thing, running for Congress. But I just wanted to call and, just say thank you, because as you know, and anyone that knows me, I'm not a really that political person. I'm not, like you when it comes to that. I'm a little busy fighting cancer every day, I think. Not that that should take me away from that politics and what's important in our country. But I just wanted to call and just say that without you and you running through Congress, I wouldn't have been able to find this clinical trial that I was just a part of. It was the connections that you made through Steve Diorio and Pennies in Action, that I was able to find the cutting edge, amazing clinical trial for stage 4 metastatic breast cancer that I just was a part of down in Florida. I flew back and forth to Florida at Moffitt Cancer Center. It was through your connections, because you were running for Congress, that I found out about this. And I was able to receive, that life-changing treatment. There is no cure for cancer yet. But it's keeping me here. These treatments are, and that one was definitely life-changing. I'm doing well right now. I'm doing pretty well right now. And if it wasn't for you running for Congress and meeting these people and finding all this information out, and there's much longer stories as to how I got into the treatment. But if it wasn't for you to be a part of that, I wouldn't have found out about it, and I don't know where I would have been 2 years ago when it spread, metastasized even more to my liver and my all my bones and all that stuff. It got really scary, and thankfully I found this treatment. It's still scary. My life's scary every day, but it was through this treatment though that I'm still here. So it's the connections that you made and the people you got in contact with that are backing you, and that's why I'm here. So it's not what are you doing for us politically, but it's what you did for me, to help save my life. So that's all I called for.
Oh, thank you, Beth.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. My pleasure, as always.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was it. So I love you. And go kick some ass. Oh, am I allowed to say that?
You're allowed to say it on the podcast. So, but
is there any questions you have for me? I don't know.
No, that's it. Get it now in the head. Well, wasn't it when I sent you that video for Penny's Action? You happened to be right by the Moffitt Cancer Center. You were looking for
Yep.
school for what was it? It was Olivia, right?
No, Abby.
Or Abby,
Yeah.
Abby.
Yeah. So yeah. You wanted me to go because you were already in contact. You met Steve, and Steve, got you in touch with this Pennies in Action. You went to the event and you wanted me to go. And I said, oh, I can't because I'm going to be down in Florida, visiting, doing college tours with my daughter, Abby. So when I was down there, you sent me a video of Dr. Janicki speaking about this treatment. And I watched the video when I got home, and I'm looking at it, and they were talking about Moffitt. I was like, Moffitt. Where is that? And I looked it up. I was like, wait a minute. I was literally standing outside of Moffitt Cancer Center, which is on University of South Florida's campus, the day you recorded that video. And if that's not like divine intervention, I don't know what is. But so, and my daughter did wind up choosing to go to school there, ironically. Yeah, I was there the day you recorded the video of Dr. Janicki speaking and talking about the treatment that I received. I was on campus touring with my daughter. And from there, I, did all the research. I got in contact. I went to the next Pennies in Action. I met Dr. Janicki there, and I told him, hey, I'm going to be down at Moffitt in 3 days to see you and your team for the treatment. And I started that in May, and from May through to December, I was flying down back and forth to Florida every week for this treatment. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it kind of is. So, well.
And I'll be seeing him this weekend too. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'll be seeing.
the Pennies in Action that's coming up April 18th in Malvern, PA.
Yep.
I don't know if we have the flyer to put on at the end of the show, but if we can, we'll try. But if not, you can go back to other shows. It's Pennies in Action. What they do is they raise money for this therapy because it's a trial therapy for people, and it seems to be working for quite a lot of people, and it's to help people get in there. So,
yeah, it's vaccines. It's like an immunotherapy, but not. It's not. It's a non-invasive. I mean, I was on a chemotherapy with it because of the type of cancer I have, but it's an injection that you get in weekly, and it's like a boost. It's like a boost to your immune system to try and reprogram your cells to learn how to fight cancer on its own. Kind of, in layman's terms, is what I come to understand how it worked. So
yeah. So, all right, Beth. Well, thank you. You're my hero. So, I've never seen anybody fight harder than you. So, but thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing the story. I appreciate it.
Yep, always. Yeah. So donate to Damon for Congress, because if not for him politically, he'll help you. By learning about all kinds of other stuff. So yeah, he'll help you through. Or he'll help connect you to me about learning about different cancer treatments. Sure, I'll help there too. So.
All right, Beth. Thanks for coming on. I think Barbara's going to be next, but Barbara, if you can just hold there for a second, we're just going to take like a really quick break because I got to wipe the tears out of my eyes and blow my nose because that's a story that always gets me all the time. It's a bad story that has some goodness to it. So. But let's just take a real quick break and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's great to be on with you. This is a great podcast. It's a lot of fun and it's informative and it's real information. It's none of the frills and none of the nonsense that you hear on the legacy media, just telling the story of what's happening right now. It's what I do with my newsletter that I get out to anybody who wants to see it. It's what you're doing with this podcast. America needs to know what the real deal is, and you're the real deal.
And again, always thank you for that, Jeff. I really appreciate that. Jeff was awesome when he came on for an interview. Barbara, to finally have you on, I hope so, because I know we've been trying. I don't know if you're using a phone or laptop or what. I hear music in the background. Barbara, there? All right, I guess Saga, you think with Barbara, so hopefully you can come on at some point. We might have to drop you off because I hear TV in the background. Are you there? Oh, there's my son. How you doing?
Can I cook something in the microwave?
Yeah, we'll get Mom. Go upstairs.
No, Mom's not here. She's at the dog park.
Okay. Yeah, in a minute, buddy, when I'm done with this. Say hello to everyone. It's Damon Jr.
Yeah, I was just asking if I can cook something.
Did you win your baseball game?
Yes, we won. Actually, I hit 4 balls in a row.
Good job, buddy.
I came in late because I had CCD, but I hit 4 balls in a row. No
strikeouts?
No strikeouts.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah.
So we're trying to tell people to go to votedamongaldo.com and donate.
Help us.
Yeah. So Angela, thank you for your donation. I see that there. Over there. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But so what are you just going to crash the podcast and the fundraiser?
No, we're not going to. We're going to help the fundraiser. Anyone that has questions, I think my dad will answer them, right?
Yeah. So anybody else wants to come on, anyone wants to ask any questions, here, hit me with it. I don't care how tough and hard they are. I'll be honest with you. And if I don't know the answer, I don't have a problem with saying I'm going to look into that and figure it out. I mean, because that's what people should say. I'm not going to lie to people like career politicians do and just dance around a question. So, bye, buddy.
See that banner?
Yeah.
That is supposed to go away for good.
It's my.
And that means go away for good. That means go away because he won.
Okay, thank you. That's my campaign manager right there, my little campaign manager. So I can't deny him. You know, he's not the mailman's baby. so donate or that sweet boy will starve. And thank you for that. But yeah. So right. So if anybody has any other question, anybody else wants to come on, I really appreciate everything. And I think, do we have Barbara on yet? Again, I've been hearing voice in the background. I think Barbara, you're struggling a little bit with this. I would love to have you on. Maybe you go into Barbara, if you want to go into the chat box and type something in, that way I can see your question, because it seems like the audio is screwed up somehow on your end or our end, whatever it is. So we got Angela back on. So Angela just popped back on. So Ange, is she on now? Maybe.
Hello?
Coming.
I don't think it's not good. I don't think it's gonna work if that.
Oh, she's muted. Angela's muted.
Unmuted.
Yeah, I just unmuted myself, Damon.
There we go.
I saw someone say call on it.
So what was that, Ange?
I said I just unmuted myself.
Oh yeah. So
I didn't necessarily need to speak again, but I could if we're waiting for someone. I missed Beth because I logged off. I went on and I donated.
No, I thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
one of the things that's going to be very important is we have to get the local GOP to support Damon as well, and we have to get a workforce of volunteers out, right, to pound the pavements.
Yeah, I mean it's going to take everything. I mean, really, if you think about it, I'm going to let everybody know this too. It is a D10 plus, and but nobody really goes and tries to beat Norcross. I would tell you that when I look at all the past races, they win the primary because they got the county line, and then nothing else happened. All right, dude,
I'll just messing with him for a little. I'm number 1 in my jersey. You might be able to see it.
Okay.
This is my brand new jersey. I just got it today.
All right, listen, go find some money to donate to my campaign.
I don't have any.
All right, well then, skedaddle for now. So, but
I need help with the cooking.
Okay, no, give
Actually,
me a minute.
I can just cook
buddy. Come on, seriously. I know it was cute at first, but hold on, I got to do this. All right, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But sorry for the interruption. He's my man. But anyway, or was I lost my train of thought? Oh, going up against Norcross. Now, if you think about it, in District 1, we have close to 130,000 registered Republicans, right? So in 2024, Norcross got 208,000 votes. Now, it was a presidential election. That's what it was. So it was the most any congressional candidate in NJ01 got that many votes. It was the first time they got that many. Because a lot of people came out in 24. Now you go to the year before, it was like 40,000 votes or something like that he got, because people don't typically come out in the midterms as much. Now, if I was to pull off the impossible, which is impossible, will never happen, and get 100% of Republicans to come out to vote, which we know that's not going to happen, but at least get a majority, I would still lose based on the stats. So I need independents. I need to flip Democrats. And honestly, I used to be a Democrat back in the day myself, and I didn't leave them; they left me a long time ago. The just far left went just way too crazy for me, and I have more conservative values and things like that as well. So that's what I'm going to need, and I think I'm going to get Democrats because I'm in the union. And the union always pushes Democrat. My own union's not backing me. They're backing my opponent. He's not even in my union, in the carpenters union. He prides himself in being an electrician when he was an electrician for like 5 minutes, and then got a job in the Treasury, and then went to Assembly and then State Senate and then Congress, and been there ever since. So he's never really, built by working hands. Never, not really. No, he has not. But I think the rank and file men and women in the union are going to vote for me, even though what's kind of messed up, they're afraid to change their party. Even though the Democrats are afraid they're going to get punished to switch Republican, but that's why they could never vote for me in the primary. But now I won the primary already, because I take that court case that I won because my petition was challenged. They tried to get me off the ballot. They tried to silence all of the people that wanted to vote for me, all the people that signed my petition, and we had to go to court, and I won. So my first win against them. So I'll take that as a primary win because I'm the only candidate. So I will get past the primary, and I'll go head to head with Donald Norcross in November. So, but it's still going to be hard. We got to get everyone out to vote. I mean, every Republican that we possibly can, we have to get them out to vote. We have to. And then but we have to sway the independents to vote for me. And I will flip some Democrats too. I will. I mean, I have to. I mean, that's the only way to win. And like I said before, it's going to be a very uphill battle, but I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it tooth and nail. So I think Ann said she was going to be coming on soon. But not Ann. So Angela, are you still on, or do we have anybody else? It says no. I think Angela might have dropped off, but or I hear somebody. I don't know. Again, uncharted territory, guys. First time I think anyone's ever done this. So in the meantime, go to votedamongaldo.com and please click on the donate button. Again, I've always hated, and every candidate I ever worked with, they hated doing something like this because asking people for money, because it's tough enough. It's too expensive to live in Jersey as it is. And the thing is, living in New Jersey, it's like, all right, well, now my property taxes are going up, and then it's like, all right, now things are too expensive, groceries, every tax, the energy bills, and you can't do anything about it, and then it's like, all right, well, then if I want to leave New Jersey, oh, no, you can't. It's like from the Bronx movie with Sonny locks the door. He says, now you can't leave because they hit you with an exit tax if you leave. So it's almost like a prison. So that's what needs to change in the state of New Jersey big time. And people need help. So we got Sandra Leanne. What do you think is the number one issue for New Jersey that you can impact when you're elected? What are some changes that would help everyday residents? Well, I talked about before about the sanctuary state and what we pay. So that's number one. That's a huge one. And we have to, on a federal level, there's only so much you can control with the state. But what you can do is you can have oversight and pass legislation to have oversight on different things. So if the state doesn't do what your oversight bill says on the federal level, you can cut funding from them. So it's kind of like a bad way, but it works. And if you can squeeze the state out of something, say you're not going to get federal funding if you do this. And I said this in the beginning, as soon as they codified us as a sanctuary state in Trenton last month, because it was an executive order, but now it's codified in law. I said, well, what Sherrill was going to do the first thing, because Trump mentioned it. Trump said he's going to cut federal funding for every sanctuary state. And that's the first thing. I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen. And that's exactly what she came out and said right before the midterms coming up. And she's going to blame Trump, saying, oh, Trump cut our funding because we're a sanctuary state. Now we got to raise your taxes here, raise your taxes there. So, no, we have to put roadblocks in there and say, I will give you, it's like making a deal. I'll give you federal funding and help your state out if you get rid of these bad laws. If you, just like the windmills and outsourcing our energy costs from different places and bring it into the state. We're paying so much more for electric because of bad policies. So you tell the state, with your bad policies, if you keep doing this and hurting your citizens, then we're not going to federally fund you. And I know it's another hurt on top of our hurt, but it would make changes, and you have to let the people know this is why this is happening, and then the people vote the right people in, and then you vote the right people in, which we need. We needed 13 seats in assembly to get the majority in 2024, and we lost 6, so we're 19 down. So we're in the way minority in New Jersey. So main thing is for the city, the people need to get out to vote and vote the right people in. And on the federal level, it's hard to choke them out a little bit, but
That's all for the noise.
dude,
I'm just trying to hook it.
all right,
It's getting.
all right, guys. Oh,
It's not
So-
my fault.
but I guess we're gonna wrap this up. It's like 8 o'clock right now. I don't see anybody else coming on. I know Ann said she was going to come on. I don't know. She said she'll be on in a few minutes. I'll wait for her to see if she wanted to come on and talk for a little bit. But she's busy at work, and it's fine. But everyone else that came on tonight, I really appreciate it. Everyone else that listened, everyone else that asked a question. I promise you, I will fight hard for everyone. In South Jersey and CD1, and for this entire state and this country as well. But I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys watching my podcast, the ones that watch it on the regular Jersey Shore podcast under the America's Bulls Network. And again, if you guys can share that, vote DamonGaldo.com to everyone. Oh, Ann is on. So okay. So I'm right, Ann. All right. Pick it up.
Love you, Dad.
Now, did you get my donation? Because it didn't tell me if I donated it or not. You'll have to let me know.
No, I didn't. I didn't get. So
You didn't see? Okay, so I'll okay, then I'm gonna send it. Just in.
Yeah, I'll let you know, so you don't have to send it twice. Or well, if you want to send it twice, go ahead.
Listen, if it sends it twice, that means you just need it, and it's meant to be. Damon, you're the best. You just like Angela was saying earlier, like you literally are such a hard worker. You're a great father. You're a great husband. And, everything you do, you give 110%. And I just am so confident that you're going to do that. And especially with trying to defeat Norcross. And you're just you're the candidate that we need. Like, I got involved in politics right when Charlie Kirk died. I've always had an interest in politics. But getting this involved was really when Charlie had passed. And it really only took me a week to see how crazy things are, and especially in our party. And when I met you, I was like, this guy has his head on straight. He knows what he's doing. He knows a lot. And you know how to win. Like, I can tell you're a winner. And I can tell you are going to do everything you can to win and fight for us. And so just encouraging everyone on here to please donate to Damon, because he will use that money and stretch it. He can stretch $1. Otherwise, his son's going to starve. We don't want that sweet boy to starve. No, I'm just joking.
I have to stretch $1 because my wife doesn't know how to stretch it. And so I have to stretch it. Like I said, she's going to kill me after she sees this.
I was going to say, you got to lay off because she has been amazing. Anytime we've spoke, she is right by your side, supporting you all the time. She is wonderful. And it just says a lot too, like how wonderful your wife is and how supportive she is of you. Just shows that like we all really believe in you. And it's funny because you're, it's like almost like, I know you've been in politics, for a while, but I feel like it's almost like you're that outsider because they have been coming for you since those signatures, and you have already won that battle. So, you're going to go, you're going to win the next one. So, and
I hope so.
Oh, you will, you got this. And,
don't worry,
we're all going to get out.
Stay tuned for the next episode with Married with Children. So my wife and I, we've had 3 rounds of it where people come on and they, in the chat box, they say 1 point for David, 1 point for Heather, and that's how we go back and forth. She complains about me, but that's how we get our frustrations out. We do it on air, and we have fun with it.
I love that. Yeah, and like I said, I'm so confident. You're the first candidate I have seen go up against Norcross that I feel good about. I have never felt any other type of way about any candidate facing off Norcross until you. So I'm so glad, that you threw your name into this, and we really needed you. I mean, it takes a lot to go up against this man. And he knows the type of person he is. If he's listening right now, I want you to know, Donald Norcross, you know the type of person you are and how many people you have suffered so you can make money. And we're tired of it. And maybe you should do the right thing because God's watching you. And if you don't, then that's on you. You're someday when you die, you're going to be held accountable. And hell is not a place that you'd want to go to. But and I know they have been trying to put you through hell right now, but no, we're gonna push through it, and we're gonna pull out that win in November.
So I'm not worried. He's not going to hurt my feelings. So no matter what he comes up with, I'm just going to keep on going.
Keep on going, and we'll play some of us. I heard you made some really good some rap songs, and can't wait to go through Camden and play those.
Yeah, well, I had a couple that I made up that were like kind of like country rock, and then Nielsen Gonzalez. I was going to go to Camden for the No Kings protest because he was there. But it's funny that he goes to No Kings protest when he has no term limits, but Trump does. So who's the real king? if you
Yeah, and all the people that he is, there to serve. I mean, when you go into politics, you're supposed to serve the people. And if anything, he's left us all out to dry and suffer. And all I see is, and even now he's pushing for the the Gloucester County line, the train. He wants that all for his pockets. It's all to make himself get more money while our environment suffers. The people that have homes and in those areas and people that travel on roads, they're all going to suffer. And this is a train he's trying to push that's going to transport like no one, like under 600 people. And where there's another train they're putting up North Jersey, that's going to serve about 8,000 people a day. This is going to serve less than 600 people a day. But it's because he wants to make more money and he doesn't care about the environment, doesn't care about all the animals and birds that are going to be killed. And, he just doesn't care because he just wants to make money. Well,
I know. I mean,
can't bring that money to hell with you. So.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Camden, Camden City, and he prides himself on Camden City. He says, I have a sweet spot for Camden. I've been to his town halls many times, and it's all he talks about. It's like, no, but look at Camden. What has changed for the residents there? I mean, they've been trying to build up Camden, well, saying they were going to do that for years. I mean, it could be a really nice area because it's a waterfront area. And you could build to create jobs there too. If they want, I know a developer that wanted to build up some of the waterfront and make it look nice and have hotels or apartments there. But either way, it would have created jobs for people that work there as well. And the way he was going to do it was it would be Camden residents. Be a Camden resident to work in those places. But the Norcrosses, they strong armed them, and that's how they wound up in court. And it was actually part of the racketeering indictment. Actually, but nothing good came from that. Nothing. Only the insider developers and their business partners got rich off of all this. And the thing is, they have these tax credits too. I should have brought it up earlier when I was talking about. But now, basically, when you're a developer and you're an insider developer, connected to them, so you're the only one that is going to be allowed to build. So the state will give you tax credits to build. So say it's a $150 million project, they'll give you tax credits. Say you don't have to pay taxes for so many years. So they'll build something, and then if they sell it to someone else or transfer it to someone else, then those tax credits they can turn into cash. So when they sell it to someone else, they're selling their tax credits. Now they weren't cash to begin with. They were just state tax credits that you have to pay on. So they would include that in the price and say, hey, you're not have to pay taxes for this amount of years, but you're going to pay more money for these taxes. You're going to pay us so we can give you the tax credits the state gave us. It's unbelievable, like how messed up it is. And And Lou Greenwald actually just sponsored a bill that just went into law in was it February, I believe, that made it even easier for them to do what they're doing. I mean,
Right.
I did a show on it a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to do another one. Trust me, I'm going to do a lot more. But yeah, so if you, I'll do another one maybe next week or the week after. But if you want to go back, I forget what episode it was. It probably like 2 weeks ago, 2 Mondays ago, I believe. And so, I break everything down of what it is and what the bill that passed and the trend and how it made it even easier for them to do what they're doing, to take taxpayer dollars to build different things, funnel through different firms, and then certain developers get to build it or in a circle, and then if they sell it, they can sell the tax credit and with it. So they turn the state credit into their own cash by selling it. I don't think that should be right. So, but yeah. So anyway, it's up there. VoteDamonGaldo.com. I see Beth said posted up there. Add link to donate in the description. So yeah. So VoteDamonGaldo.com is up there. So.
Yeah.
Anybody that's listening, I mean, I see there's quite a few people on my personal X that are listening right now, and I don't know. I mean, people watching on the APN's X, APN's Rumble, APN's, you name it, YouTube, everything. So this is the one-time trial on this, and it seems like a lot of people. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth.
And Damon, I just want to say one more thing.
Sure.
I really hope that the GOP does the right thing and comes out and supports you, gives you money, because otherwise, then they support Norcross and they're in bed with him and they work with Norcross. I mean, if they actions speak louder than words, if they do not give you any money, then we know that they love Norcross. And then you know what? We'll see what happens with their seats down the line. So that's all I'm gonna say.
All right, well, thank you, man.
And everybody get out and donate to Damon. He's the best.
Yeah, you want to keep trying. We'll have an in-person fundraiser. We just figured. Thank you, Steve DiOrio. And Steve, you need to come on, buddy, by the way. I don't know if you're listening. I sent you the link to make it easy for you. But it was actually Steve's idea to do something like this. And I appreciate that, Steve. So we just gave it a shot. See, we raised a little bit of money. I mean, not much, but a little bit. But it was a good start. And we'll have an in-person function coming up shortly. And actually,
I'm going to donate right now, Damon. So once we get off.
Yeah, and if I don't get that, I mean, I know a lot of Wingate, he's been working on some stuff for fundraisers. So I'll get in touch with him. He's been very helpful and stuff like that, and other chairs as well. And all that. Hopefully, we'll get something together. But either way, I mean, what I raised tonight, it wasn't much, but still. But thank you very much. I can use this to have an in-person, event where I can actually invite you guys and we can meet in person and with food and drinks and stuff like that. But I really appreciate everyone that came on tonight. Everyone that made their comments. Everyone had their questions and come on live like this. It actually worked out pretty good, except for Barbara. I apologize, Barbara. If anyone knows Barbara and who she is, I wasn't sure who it was, but I would like to give her a phone call and. Apologize because I don't know what was going on with her audio, why it was messing up like that. So, but
Barbara has some good music, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I like her playlist.
So, but Barbara, you can email me at DamonGaldo4Congress@gmail.com, and with your phone number, and I'll give you a call. Just apologize, didn't come up for you when you were trying to get on. But everyone, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'll use this maybe as a startup for an in-person fundraiser, and then we can all meet together and have fun. And Barbara's on. All right, I just got a message. Barbara's on. Like, all right, come on, Barb. Drum roll. Hopefully this goes. And if you can drop off so Barbara can come on, so maybe if she's the only one on, that way maybe it won't echo. So Zan off, and we bring Barbara on. Hopefully it works. Here we go. All right, private chat typing. Let's see. Barb's going to make it. Drum roll, drum roll. everyone, but she's not talking. Okay, so she must have jumped back on again. I don't know. All right, so that's fine. So I'll get in touch with Barbara in one way, shape, or form. But thank you for trying, Barbara. I really appreciate it. But everyone else that joined tonight, I really appreciate it. And anybody else that didn't get a chance to, if you go to votedamongaldo.com, it's vote DAMONGALDO.com, and click on the donate link and hand up button. And I forgot to tell everybody too. If you scroll on the page, I have apparel that you can buy. So this is built by working hands, Damon Galdo for Congress, and it has the flag and Jersey Shore podcast, on there. But also there's hoodies, there's other different color shirts, there's hats now too. And basically what it does is it's from Printify. You order from there, and they'll make it and ship it. You can order even one at a time, and then a few dollars will go towards my campaign. That's how it works. It's like for every shirt, it's like $5 that goes to my campaign. But you'll get the sportsman cool, built by working hands, and it's got the Constitution, the preamble of the Constitution on the back. I can show you here. So I don't know if you guys can really see it, but whatever. You can go on my website, you can see it if you want to check it out if you're interested. So trying to do everything I possibly can. But I really appreciate everyone coming on again. I'm not going to stop saying thank you. And check out the Jersey Shore podcast every Monday at 8 p.m. is when I actually have the podcast. I did it at 7 today. Hoping people weren't going to sleep, so I did a little bit earlier. But also, we have the Pulse podcast on Wednesdays. We have Alexandra Levine's podcast on Thursdays, and every other Tuesday we have Jack and Constance podcast, Jersey State House Watch as well. Just signed up, and I think we're going to have some more coming up too. And our buddy Seth, one of the co-founders, he had Conservative Corner. He was on Sundays, but unfortunately Seth has to get surgery again, and he's in the hospital, so he's going to be out for a while. But it's all under the America's Pulse Network, where we just try to get the truth out to everyone, and that's what we're trying to do. And then I just happen to be glutton for punishment and running for Congress. So, but thanks everyone for joining again tonight. So we're going to take it from here, and have a good night.
America's Pulse Network. The mainstream media is bought and paid for. The truth is twisted to fit their agenda. But America is waking up. Because podcasts are the future for trusted media. Welcome to the America's Pulse Network. It is a network built by patriots that upholds the Constitution. But America's Pulse Network stands for God, truth, and the America First movement. There is no corporate propaganda. No government spin, just real news, real talk, and real voices fighting for faith, freedom, and the future of this great nation with common sense. Here are some of America's Pulse Network podcasts. Alexandra Levine Live, hosted by Alexandra Levine. Jersey Shore Podcast, hosted by Damon Galdo. The Conservative Corner, hosted by Seth Eisenberg. The New Jersey State House Watch, hosted by Jack Brangan and Constance Detzel. APN's The Pulse is moderated by either Alexandra, Damon, Elena, or Seth. Also tune into America's Pulse Network on the following social media platforms. Join the revolution, because the pulse of America beats for God and country. America's Pulse Network is for faith, family, freedom, and truth.
Cut through the Jersey night, another call, another fight. partner riding by his side, poor Paul steady full of pride. He does not quit, he does not slow, runs straight where the danger goes. But when the bills come crashing in, the handler pays again, again. Yeah, the badge is heavy, the job is tough, but these brave dogs deserve enough. Boots on the ground, paws in the fight, K9 heroes working all night. They wear the shield, they hold the line, they give their all every time. If they are officers when danger calls, they should be covered through it all. So we raise our voice and raise this jam for the dogs who always take the stand. Word got out across the land, Country Hearts started a band. Adam Wardrop brought the flame, Bubba Beer back the name. And Colby Lee Swift with strings that cry, singing for the dogs who never ask why. Just good men trying to make it right, standing up in the spotlight. Yeah, small town hearts and a country sound, standing up and laying it down. Boots on the ground, paws in the fight, K9 heroes working all night. They wear the shield, they hold the line, they give their all every time. If they are officers when danger calls, they should be covered through it all. So we raise our voice and raise this jam for the dogs who always take the stand. Bellevue lights on a Jersey stage, crowd gets loud, the good hearts raise. These dogs do not choose the line, still they cross it every time. Till the budget makes it right, we will sing into the night. Boots on the ground, paws in the fight, America hear us loud tonight. Fund the heroes who cannot speak, stand by the brave who guard our streets until the day the system stands tall. We will not stop, we will not stall. Country strong and back in the blue, K9 heroes, this song is for you. For every handler standing tall, and every dog who gives his all.
Yeah, this one's for New Jersey, for every working family that's had enough. Name's Damon Galdo, and I'm just getting started. Job site dust to the streets of the shore, steel-toed boots, yeah, I know what I'm working for. Middle class hurting, every bill going up, while suits in DC say, man, just trust us. I'm a builder by trade, put my sweat in the ground. Now I'm building up hope for my hometown. Jersey's my home, blue-collar soul. I don't make excuses, I get it done, that's all I know. I felt the pressure, I've lived that grind, trying to give your kids a better life. I won't forget where I came from, man, cause I'm built by work, built by hand. I'm built by working hands, fighting for working families. Not a career man who forgot what hard work means. They talk real big, but nothing ever changes. While Jersey keeps drowning in the same old pain, I'll build a future strong for our kids in this land. I'm Damon Galdo, built by working hands. Yeah. Donald Norcross been there year after year, Same old story while the struggle's still here. Claims he's for workers, but look around town. Rent sky high, grocery bills breaking us down. Where's the relief for the middle class grind? Cause all I see is folks falling behind. I ain't got decades in some DC chair. I got skin in the game, cause my family's here. Yeah, they had their time, they had their shot. And tell me, Jersey, what have we got? It's time for change, time for a stand, time for a work, and not another plan. Not another plan, not another plan. Yeah! I'm built by working hands, fighting for working families. Not some suit who sold you fantasy. We waited long enough, it's time to demand a future built by honest hands. For Jersey strong, for this great land. I'm Damon Galdo, built by working hands. Yeah, this ain't left, this ain't right. This is fight for what's right. For every mom working double shifts, every dad praying they don't miss. I'm running for my kids, running for yours, for a state that deserves so much more. Not talk, that's the plan, let's build it back with a working man. For our children's dreams, for a better way. I'll fight for Jersey every day. No empty words, I'll take the stand. Cause I'm built by work. Yeah, I'm built by working hands, fighting for working families. While the old guard keeps playing the same old game. But we're done with waiting, done with excuses. It's time for a man who knows how to do this. I'm built a future strong for our kids in this land. I'm Damon Galdo, built by working hands. New Jersey 1st District. If you're tired of the talk and ready for work, walk with me. Galdo, Galdo. Galdo, Galdo. Galdo, Galdo. Make the crowd chant with no music.
The Hammer thanks you for watching tonight's Jersey Shore podcast. See you at the next packed show, from breaking news to topics that will keep you informed. So please click the subscribe button to get notified of upcoming episodes. If you like what the Hammer talked about, then share the Jersey Shore podcast to others. Damon also looks forward to seeing you on the next episode.